He's got to be like one day away from saying the N-word at this point, right? He's just going to drop it and nobody's going to care because this is insane. On Truth Social, Donald Trump posted a video of them doing election fraud. And the election fraud, a 1-second clip of him scrolling down and showing Michelle and Barack Obama as monkeys popped up. This is close to the end of the video of the 1-minute clip, but it was really strange that this just kind of popped up randomly. And it's a part of a bigger video where all the political people are identified as people in The Lion King and Trump is the king of the jungle, but specifically only this 1-second clip was shown. That is the full context behind what I am talking about. If you're curious about what I'm talking about, you might have seen it. Trump posted an image of, no, he didn't post an image, it was a video and it was 1-second thing. I gave you the full context and I understand the context. It is not a full video posted, it is just the 1-second clip of Barack and Michelle as monkeys. That's the entirety of it. Whether it was meant to be posted, whether it was accidentally posted, that does not matter. That is inconsequential to what is being posted because it was posted. It was posted consciously, and this is what happened. Whether he was scrolling on his phone and scrolled up for a second, whether it happened for a moment, he was showing election fraud, an AI-generated video of election fraud, and then an AI-generated video of Michelle and Barack Obama as monkeys, apes. This is what happened. That's the entirety of it. It is apes. That's what they are. Apes and monkeys are different. Monkeys have tails. Apes generally don't. Gorillas are apes. Chimpanzees, they are primarily apes. And bonobos and bonobos, not bonobos, oh my goodness. Monkeys have tails. Monkeys have tails, right? But I've seen people defend this stance point and say provide full context, so I'm doing my due diligence and providing full context for the entirety of the transgression. I am explaining every single aspect of it as not to have somebody tell me, well, you're clipping it out of context. This is me with full context explaining everything. So that is me explaining everything, and I want you to do something for me. Stop your analysis, stop the well actually, stop the context pedantry. Stop it. Stop the performative pearl clutching from the right and the performative dissection from the left. Stop it. Both of you, stop for 1 second. I don't care about the interpretation. I'm calling a spade and a racist act. Racism. I don't care about the left saying, well, this is even deeper than that. No, I don't care about any of that. Let's walk through this entire thing for a moment. This is not a meme. This is not an edgy joke. This is not a historical projectile. This is none of that. None of that on the right. None of that garbage. No. That image, that depiction of black people as primates exists in a specific documented violent historical pipeline. People, I remember Morgan Freeman had famously said, what's the best way to stop racism? What's the best way to stop racism? He was asked by an interviewer, and he said something that people think is so prolific and profound. He said, stop talking about it. Stop talking about racism. Just stop talking about racism. I'd love to stop talking about racism. It'd be great. If I could just shut up about it, it'd be so cool. But I can't. The caricatures and minstrels used to dehumanize, the pseudoscience of nonsense used to justify slavery, the cartoons and Jim Crow era newspapers used to incite lynch mobs, the scientific racism that underpinned eugenics, that imagery exists and it is in the minds of people such as Trump. You know, the worst thing about this whole thing is this is literally just a distraction from the Epstein files. Whole thing is just a distraction. Whole thing. This is big enough to where it would distract you from the Epstein files. That's what's happening. It's so interesting to see that. It's very interesting to see how he's trying to just deflect from that. But I'm going to do both. And if I know both. I know both. And then during Black History Month is crazy. It's a deliberate act of contempt towards black people. Black History Month, as at its core narrative of what Black History Month is supposed to be, is a corrective. It's an attempt to reclaim the narrative that was stripped from black people in this country, from their achievements that were taken from them, to affirm humanity in black people. That is what's happening. And to do that during Black History Month is crazy. Donald Trump has done some of the most evil thing, most vile, dehumanizing imagery. Posting it is insane. It's insane. You know what he's saying to the American populace? You know what he's saying to the black populace? Your history, your dignity, your corrective, all that stuff means nothing. I can and will reduce you whenever I choose to do so. This is so vile. I don't even have the correct words to describe the near spiritual arson that is happening on a collective front by the people in power. This is insane. Watch now. The defenders, they scramble. They become amateur protectors of nonsense. Meme theorists. Oh, it's out of context. Just a joke. You're too sensitive. It's about their policies. It's a monkey show. It's a jungle. Such intellectual cowardice. It is the frantic construction of a maze to avoid the simple, ugly square room in the center. Square room is in the Oval Office. Strange, isn't it? All these squares make a circle. It's strange. Every single one of them knows, they understand the weight of the image, the weights of what it means. Their denial is a tactic trying to exhaust me, you, all of us, to muddy, to pretend there is a debate actually going on. This is not a debate, mind you. This is not a debate. It is the racism of gaslighting layered on top of the racism of the actual image in itself. There is no policy critique. There is no ideological challenge. It is the petty thrill of humiliation. That is all it is. It's a child drawing a mustache on a portrait, which Trump, mind you, did. He did that. He has an entire plaque series insulting all the previous presidents, from him insulting Sleepy Joe Biden, for him saying Barack Hussein Obama, from him going back into past presidents saying, these presidents would have really liked me. That is what it is. That is what it is. The first black first family ever in history, and you have decided to portray them as monkeys. Well, he didn't make the video, but he posted it. He posted it full confidence to all of his people. The leader of the free world posted that. It's not what a confident leader does. He's a deeply insecure individual who loves doing cruel things and saying, I'm powerful for being cruel. He believes that making others feel small makes him large. It's what Pennywise did in It the Clown. It is weakness. It is weakness. Doing wildly cartoonish versions of strength. It is disgusting and infantile and childish. It's so childish. So wildly childish. Each cycle of this outrage, denial, deflection, each cycle lowers the floor. What was once unthinkable was once unthinkable. Well, it just becomes politics. It's just politics. Then it's forgotten. The Overton window is shattering. And we are asked to debate politics in a room now ankle deep in broken glass and called sensitive for complaining that the glass is cutting our hands and feet. This is crazy. The Obamas are symbols for Donald Trump. They're black, and they are often the thing he compares himself to the most. They're symbols of a certain kind of dignity, intellect, restraint, and unassailable legitimacy that exists in direct opposition to Trump's entire mode of being. That is what the Obamas are. They represent a refutation of everything he stands for. They are educated, poised, beloved globally, and they occupy a space of historic black achievement that his brand of resentment politics cannot touch. So he does everything he can, and then he does the only thing he can. He tries to drag them down, tries to get them in the conversation, to smear their dignity with the oldest, cheapest filth available. If he cannot compete on their level, he will try to destroy the level in its entirety. Because the best way for an idiot to beat you is to drag you down to their level. That's what happens. And you, an amateur and being baited, well, an amateur at falling for bait, a professional at falling for bait more so, will fall for the bait every time. But thankfully, the Obamas have not fallen for this, and I'm very proud of them for that, because I am not as restrictive. I don't have as much restraint. Words are escaping me out of my mouth and flying into the pavement. Gee willikers. Ladies with gentle hands, this is such cultural corrosion. We are getting trained, all of us, every single one of us, just getting trained in this cruelty over and over again. Empathy is often seen as naive to most people nowadays. Basic human respect is getting destroyed. Our shared reality is becoming a battleground. We are losing ourselves. We are becoming numb. And a numb populace is a compliant one. It sucks. Let us end where we began. This was racist. It was intended to be racist. The defense of it is racist. The timing was a racist provocation. The target was chosen for racist reason. The effect is racist corrosions. That is all this is. You do not need a PhD in semantics or a PhD in the ability to work on eyes. You don't need any of that to see this. You only need a sliver of historical awareness, a spine, and the ability to call out nonsense when you see it. All the think pieces, the panels, the tweets, the hand wringing, they're just noise. Noise circling a silent, solid core of hate. That's all it is. We can choose to get lost in the noise. Debating, well, the shape of this smoke actually looks like we can do that. Or we can look directly at the fire and call it by its name. This is evil. This is really, really evil. It's horrifying. I hate every second of it. It's just what it is. Anyways, thank you so much for checking out my video. I have a Patreon right here. If you guys want to help a brother out, you're my static choir. I would appreciate you guys if you want to help out with the Patreon. I got 200,000 of you guys. If I get $1 from each of you, that'd be kind of crazy, actually. I don't think I'm getting $1 from each of you. That'd be nuts, wouldn't it? That'd be psychotic. Anyways, have a lovely day or night wherever you are. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Hopefully you made it to the end of the video. If not, that's fine. You're going to let me know your thoughts anyway. I'm out. Peace. Bye.
I'm your Nick and Night, be my Laurel Angelo. Ooh, happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. Ooh, I love the ride when you're free.